So glad you decided to stop back by for yet another Snatch and Slay session with your girl. And today's video I'm super excited for because we are going to be testing out some new makeup. Super excited. Most of the products are from Colourpop, but we're also gonna be dipping into some new Lash Glue from IMV that I'm gonna be trying out, and then gonna be trying out the well-renowned Marshmallow Primer from NYX. Super excited about that. Gonna be diving into some new makeup to see what they looking like and if it's worth the coin. And of course, all of it is affordable. Most of these products, all of these products are drugstore, so they are affordable. But before we do, of course, I need you to do a couple things for me. Be sure to like, comment, and most of all, subscribe to my channel so you can be a part of the Snatch and Slay gang. And don't forget to click that little bell right next to the subscribe button so you can be notified of all my future uploads, therefore making it easier for you to come and snatch and slay on the regular. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. Let me go and just throw on some eyebrows real quick. And there's no new products that I'm using for that, so I'll be right back.
1 hour later.
So I didn't use any new products for my actual eyebrows, but I do have a new concealer from Colourpop that I would like to try out that we can go ahead and jump into. And this is the No Filter Concealer by Colourpop in the shade Dark 48. Jump into this to see what it's working with. Super excited. And that's, this is what it looks like. Go in and sculpt out our brows with this. The applicator is like a flexible one. Like that. It doesn't look like the typical doe foot that you get like in most concealers. Pretty cool. I'm just gonna go and sculpt out the brows here. Seems to be pretty thick, so it looks promising. And the shade looks pretty good for me as well. I'm gonna go all over the lid with this, now that we have that sculpted out. Yeah, I'm definitely here for the applicator though. It's very flexible. I didn't know if I was gonna like it at first, but it seems to be getting the job done. Now we're gonna go in with this angled sponge to blend it all out. And anybody who does this technique of, with their eyebrows as well, with the angled sponge like I do, or if you're interested in doing this technique, just make sure you keep the angle, make sure you keep the dimension here in the eyebrow, because, you don't want to go blending all the way up here and then it goes away. So you want to keep that dimension there. And it seems to be blending out beautifully. So definitely a plus. All right, and I'm just gonna go finish up the eyebrows really quick. Be back in a jiff. So now we're gonna dive into this new cute little mini eyeshadow palette that I got from Colourpop, and it's called the Pressed Powder Palette. So interesting, on the back of it, it says it's not intended for use in the immediate eye area, but that's what we're gonna use it on, because hello, does this not look like an eyeshadow palette to you? A mini cute little eyeshadow palette? But I'm guessing you can use it for all over on the face, which I don't really think I'd use any of these colors on the face except for maybe the shimmer right here for a highlighter. So that's weird. But we're gonna use this on the eyes today, okay? Most perfect neutral colors. I'm a neutral color girl. So we're gonna jump into this. First, I think I'm gonna go in with Cool Cola. This lighter shade in the palette here, and we're gonna take that in the crease. And I'm gonna go in with this B100 brush from Tresloose. I got it in a BoxyCharm this past month or this month. So by the time you guys see this video, it'll probably be after Halloween, so happy late Halloween. Very pigmented, I think. I'm getting a good bit of fallout from it, or in the pan really, not really when I put it on the eyes. area. So, but it seems to be blending out nicely. So I'm just going in the crease and a little bit above it, more towards the brow bone. So for those of you with hooded eyes like I have, which my eyes aren't that hooded, but they're hooded enough to notice. So this is a lot of the times if you go directly in the crease with the shade, when you go to open your eyes are mostly open to, you know, somebody else. So, you know, you won't really actually see the shade, I've noticed. So now I've had a good practice enough to actually go in the crease, but go above the crease as well, so you can actually see the dimensions of my eyeshadow. So just fun little fact or tip for those of you with hooded eyes like I have. Again, if you hear a bird, there's not a bird in your house. There's a bird in my house. Good old Chip. He's a cute little cockatiel, and he likes a lot of attention. So there's nobody I'm home by myself, and there's nobody in the living room right now, and that's where he is. But he can hear me talking, so he'd rather me be in there with him, giving him attention. So that's why he is chirping. So, my apologies. We're gonna go on with this shade, Seltzer, right here, the darker shade in the palette. And we're gonna take this angled brush by Tresloose and go in the, focus it on the outer corner of the eye. A very pigmented palette. I am getting fallout in the pan, but not once I put it on my actual eyelid. So, I'm pretty impressed. And this angled brush is definitely doing what I need it to do. Because like I said, I'm just focusing it on the outer corner of the eye. So the angle on this brush is helping me to do just that. Just gonna go in with my finger on this darker shimmer shade and the shade Extra Bubbly. This one right here. And I'm gonna go and just take it right here in the, kind of in the center of the eyelid. Whew, look at that pigment. Alright, now I'm going to go in with the lighter shimmer and the shade Sweet On. And then I'm going to take that on the lid there with my finger first. And then we'll go in with a brush as necessary. Which is necessary. I'm actually going to go in with some setting spray from Makeup Revolution, the Conceal and Define Infinite setting spray. And because it's not coming off as pigmented on the brush, so I'm just going to spritz the brush first. And try it that way. Just going back in with my finger to top it off. But it does seem like this shade has some chunks of glitter in it, I'm seeing. Which isn't horrible. It doesn't bother me, but I'm just noticing that it does. So, just FYI, if you end up purchasing this palette, I can't talk today. If you end up purchasing this palette, there are some chunks of glitter that you'll see. But I think overall, it is very nice. But yeah, definitely love this palette. I think I may stick to just using it on the eyes, even though it says it's not intended for eye use, which is so weird to me. But very nice. Very nice. And this is the pressed powder palette from Colourpop. So, and I will have all these products linked and listed down below for you to, you know, find. And of course, we're gonna come back to the eyes, but now we're gonna jump into the face. And I'm so excited to use this because this is just something that's been like booming for the past year in the makeup community. So I actually purchased this in a beauty supply store. I wasn't even looking for this. I was what did I go in there for? I can't even remember what I went in the store for, but I ran across this. I'm like, I need to grab this and test it on my channel. Like, why not? Because it's just been so talked about on TikTok and YouTube and everything. I'm super excited to join in on the excitement because some people live by this stuff. So, and again, this is the Marshmallow Primer by NYX. And we're just going to go in and prime the face. Wow, smells amazing. I don't know if it's supposed to smell like marshmallow, which it sort of does. So that's pretty cool. I'm always up for a good, I actually like scented products. So plus for that, I'm just gonna go in and blend it all in. Definitely blends in nice. It's got a thicker consistency. And on the bottle, it does say that you can use this with or without makeup. You don't have to prime your skin. If you just want a nice prime skin without makeup, you know, if you're just going for a no makeup day, you can use it. Or if you are wearing makeup, you can use it underneath. So that's pretty neat. Upon application, it seems to be a nice primer, a nice thick primer consistency. It blended in nicely. It's giving me a little bit of a glow, so maybe that's what it intends to do. Because it doesn't really say whether it's supposed to be illuminating or not. But it is giving me a little bit of a glow, so. All right, now we're gonna go on with foundation, and this foundation is not new to me, but I haven't used it on my channel before, I don't think. LA Girl Pro Coverage High Definition Long Wear Illuminating Foundation, and is in the shade Rich Cocoa, and I've really been loving this stuff. I got this in the same place I got the Marshmallow Primer in the beauty supply store, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to try it, and I can't get enough of it. It's really good. And it's, like I said, it is illuminating. It does give you a slight glow to the skin. Very nice. It's a very nice foundation, I do believe. And it was so affordable. I think I paid $6 or $7 for this. It's really good. Blend it all out. Now that we're all blended out with this blank canvas, now we're gonna go back in with that same concealer from Colourpop, the No Filter concealer, and conceal our face. I'm really liking this applicator. I can't say that enough. I really thought I was not gonna like it. I'm so used to the doe foot applicator that I'm like, what is this? But I actually like it. We're gonna go on with the this new beauty blender. Sorry, it's dirty, but I recently got these beauty blenders from Amazon, and they are from Costica, and they came in a pack of 4 in this little cute little plastic box, and 4 of them came in a pack, and 2 of them are just regular beauty sponges, but then 2 of them are like this, where they have the flat side, and it makes for great blending, okay? And that's precisely why I got them, because I wanted to have like a flat surface at an angle, because it just makes blending your products out so much more easier, I think. And of course, I will have that linked in the description box. Concealer seems to be working really good on the face as well, and it blends out nicely. and it's definitely full coverage. Definitely filling the concealer, okay? And I'm just gonna go in and bake with this setting powder from Becca. It's the Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder by Becca in the shade Golden Bronze. And we're just gonna go in and use this to set the under eyes as well as the forehead and chinny chin chin. And now I'm just gonna go in with this Morphe brush to whisk all that away. I never let mine sit for too long. I find that if when you do that for on my skin, for some reason it just gives this like ashy look to it, and I just don't let it sit for longer than I have to. So again, that's just me. And now we're gonna go in with that same setting spray I used earlier from Makeup Revolution to soak up any excess powder. I'm gonna go in and cream bronze with this Huda Beauty Tantour in the shade Rich, and this is not a new product. I'm gonna go in and cream contour with this. No new blush either. I'm just gonna go in with this blush and this Color Fix palette in the shade Majestic. This shade right here. Please excuse this palette. I've had it for a long time and it's so dirty, but it has some really great products in it that I love to use. Going with this blush brush and blush out the cheeks. And no new highlighter either. I'm just gonna go in with this Master Chrome highlight by Maybelline and give us a glow. I haven't used this in forever and it's one of my favorites. Very good drugstore highlighter, might I say. Bow. It's like one of those highlighters where you can like glow to the gods or you can make it a little more subtle. So it's completely to your preference, but of course I like to beam. Now I'm just gonna take this fan brush and bring that same highlight down the nose, just a tad. I'm gonna go back into that Color Fix palette, use this bronzer in the shade Shadow, and I'm just gonna go and set where we creamed contoured, just so we can set that all over the face. Alright, and I'm gonna go in with this Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder and just going in underneath the cheeks here to chisel them out a little bit more. And they're not really chiseled, but it just, again, helps to set the face and give that jawline a little more defined look. Alright, now we're gonna jump back into the eyes, and we're gonna jump in with this cream gel liner by Colourpop, and it is in the shade Exit. It's a white eyeliner. I've been wanting to try this forever, and when I say forever, I do mean forever. I could never catch it in stock on Colourpop for some reason, on the Colourpop website. I'm just like, what's the deal? But I've heard really good things about this, so we're gonna go in the waterline with this. Amazing. It's a keeper. I'm gonna jump back into that same Colourpop palette that we used, and we're gonna just go on with this lighter shade in the shade Cool Cola, and I'm just gonna buff a little on the lower lash line here. I'm actually going to take a little bit of this darker shade in the shade Seltzer on the outer corner of the lower lash line. Just a smidge. I wasn't really sure if I was going to do a wing today, but I do have my last new product that I wanted to try out from Colourpop is the Cream Gel Color in the shade, I don't think it has, I'm sorry, it does have a shade name, Swerve. And it's just this plain black. What I got it for was for my Halloween look, so, or my Halloween makeup rather, but I think I'm going to try to use this to do a wing as well, because I think that's what it's initially for. We're going to go in and, I don't think I'm going to do a hella big wing, just like something real small. I'm just going to go in with this Morphe angled brush. And I'm just gonna dip it into the product here. It's very creamy. I'm getting that vibe. And it glides on very nice. Alright, that product seemed to work pretty well. I wouldn't say it's amazing, but it did go on nicely with the brush and the product together. So 3 stars. Like I said, nothing amazing. Like I wouldn't say go out and buy it, but it did what it was supposed to do. Alright, I'm just gonna throw on some lashes real quick. And I'll be right back. Actually, I'm not going to go throw on lashes because we have a new lash glue to try out. Hello. So this is the lash glue from IMV. And I also picked this up in the beauty supply store that I got the Marshmallow Primer in. And so this is a lash glue liner that's supposed to go on clear. And pretty much what you do is you put it on just like I did my black eyeliner, but you put it on and then, well, not in that same angle, you don't have to make a wing with it, but you just put it on your lash line there, and then you just pop the lashes on, okay? And this is supposed to go on clear, and of course that means it dries clear as well, so we're just gonna go, and I'm just using these Wispy Lashes by Ardell, but we're just gonna go and throw that right on the lash line. Take the lashes. I'm gonna use this little tool to help me out a little bit. Seems to be a pretty good lash glue. They're sticking on nicely. With careful, placement, it worked pretty well, but you still have to be precise, when placing your lashes on your actual eyelash line. And I'm gonna throw in some mascara. It's always better to do your mascara before you put your lashes on, your falsies on, but I did not do that, so I'm breaking rules today. Going in with the Sky High mascara from Maybelline, just to give them a quick coat. All right, so I just went in and threw a lippy on. No new lippy today, just did a little duo. Just went back in and spritzed my face with that same setting spray. Now that we're snatched, honey, let's go ahead and get slayed. That's it for today's video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will have all these products, all the new products that I use linked and listed down below, and I hope to see you very soon in the next one.